Ganesh Chaturthi to everybody who's joining us. It's indeed a very special and auspicious day. So, what better day to start a rather very interesting conversation? But before we do that, if you've joined us on our BabyChakra app, thank you so much. And if you're joining us through our YouTube channel on which this live stream is directly streamed, then please do not forget to download the BabyChakra app. You can find our notifications so that you know which is the live session that you can join in next. And don't also forget to follow us on Instagram, Facebook, LinkedIn, Twitter. You can find care for your family. More importantly, you can connect with doctors, with experts, with like minded parents, and make better decisions for your family. I'd also like to share that Baby Chakra, of course, has a bunch of baby products as well. So you can find all of the baby products, all that you need for your little one on the Baby Chakra app. So please do not forget to download the Baby Chakra app. Now, today's conversation is one that we've actually never had on our channel before. It's not only unique because of its subject matter, but more importantly because of our guest. Her life has been an inspiration to many, transformational in its truest form, and honestly, aspirational if you want a wholesome change in your life. So, it's no wonder that for most of us, health really stops short of changes in our body. It could be, muscle mass, it could be even the breathing patterns, it could be weight loss, for example. But if you look at it more deeply, you'll find out that there's so much more to our health than that. To shed more light on it, we have the ever inspiring nutritionist and deep health coach, Simrun Chopra. Please welcome her.
Hi, I
Hi, Simran. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. Happy Ganesh
good
Chaturthi to you.
wishing you a full
And
introduction. That's very kind.
of course, of course. And what a wonderful Wednesday midweek conversation we're going to have. There has been so much discussion about the things that you do not only because of your life, which has been quite inspirational for I'm sure everybody who's known a bit about you and who follow your programs and who follow you on Instagram. You're a major influencer as well, but also because I think most people who do follow you have been deeply touched by the transformation they've had in their lives courtesy you and your programs. But before we move on to that, for all of us who are joining us on our Baby Chakra app and all of our other platforms, let's just take a step back and understand your life a little bit better. So I remember that you had mentioned that you weren't really a born fitness expert, but your fitness journey was really sort of born out of conflict. Tell us a little bit about that and what really prompted you to go into this journey of self change.
I think most people that I after I gained like 23, I had major back issues. I realized this. I have caused this, that, but I also have issues. But after I had my, I also went into postpartum. Everything together started affecting me. There will sort of you feel like you're no longer in charge. Suddenly, there's this new human, and revolves around taking care of this. Your old life is lost. Back to you, and no matter how much say, it's that feeling like small. Like I can't just get up and like it's like you lose it. And I think with the wages, the hormonal changes, all the lose sense as well. You don't feel like it's your, it belongs. Like you're like I just want something back to the control. And while the weight a big factor, my simple things, rib was painful. It, I I mean I ignored it. No, because my baby's priority and I can, it's fine. I'll fix it. Everybody goes through it. So much, right? And I said, baby is priority. The point where one day I lifted the bed. We got to go change his diaper. Shooting pain that went on the floor. Luckily, I God forbid if I was anywhere and I was alone at home, they were like started screaming. She so I was like, you just manage, and I landed up. He will move. My back had basically given up. Wait for later. She was 10 months old then. That you fix this review, the painkillers, the muscle of feeding him. So I was in hospital for like it was my wake up call, and I feel
Yeah.
I feel horrible. Wait till everything goes. It have been so much simpler in the basics before. Such because when you have to bottom, it's so much harder than when and that obviously was that job. That was like because I had no choice. I
Yeah.
had sort of um, and self justification. And eventually, my body was like, boss, how much I can take.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, it's certainly it must be really difficult as a new mother also to have to go through all those changes, those physical changes which you were experiencing, and on top of that, there are new sort of
Yeah,
difficulties lined up. So that was really, as you mentioned, was the sort of the wake up call for you. So how
yeah.
did you tell me what were the steps, immediate steps for you when you really decided, okay, now is the time for me to take charge of my, you were already taking charge of your life, but even more in terms of fitness. What were the steps that you
There are
employed?
two aspects now. If it was somebody else,
Hmm.
my friend, but the fact is that I would, this is sort of again very different, and usually we shouldn't let me at that point. I was multiple doctors, and I would strengthen your back. So what usually happens with, especially with the C-section, your abdominal muscles, right? You just cut. The problem is we don't build or repair any of our, and I mean during pregnancy I was not quite sure that my body could take the weight or 12
Hmm.
kilos around your stomach, a 10 kilo dumbbell around your stomach and 8 months or
Yeah.
3 months, like when I say it like this, you're like, wow, that's gonna hurt. Correct? Like you just 10 kilo dumbbell strap, you can feel the pain, right? Like it's just think of it when it's the big, it's all your muscles are weak, and I put on even more weight. My muscles were not strong enough to anymore. Which
Hmm.
is why my bulging, one degenerated, multiple things happening internally. To go into rehab first. So
Yeah.
for me, it wasn't weight loss. It was just to a movie and be able to stop. I want to be
Yeah.
go out for 10-month-old baby. Like that, it was very different. Like I'm going to feel at 30. I can happen to me at 60. I for me, it was we have right in the beginning, weight training, cardio, amazing. The power in less than a month, my back, and in 3 months more, I did rock climbing. I could do walk. I went to rock climbing. So that's where I started. Weight training alternated with right, and obviously starting off for me, so I had to take it. I hope and really wish no one else lets it. Um, you know,
Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah. I think it also takes a lot of like energy to feel motivated, self motivated.
Yeah.
And at that time, how did you self motivate yourself? I mean, was your family also part of that process? How did you do
So,
it?
so what I say all the time that are even now I've been
Yeah.
you, I am not. Like even today, up early, I went and worked out. I had no, so I went and did all that. Whereas house, my husband was fast. I could have slept 8, right? I'm sleep. It's like a holiday, right? Wednesday, and this is what I
Yeah.
need. This is what I need to do because if I want to back to her, it is what it is. Two kinds actually, intrinsic and external. But the thing is that um, only building habits work. If your mind out and saying, I got to do this. No matter how busy a mother is, she's never been motivated to feed her child.
Yeah.
Or you're never
True.
not, yeah, so to feed them. You will get the food. So I think depending, like, sure, it's not going to be there every day.
Yeah.
Nobody is motivated every day. Just fall back on a habit and up, and I need to do this. Mother, it's a bit like your child. Exam is coming. I don't want to be like, okay, no problem. You're going to be like, boss, it's no choice, right? This is something that we just see that we need to the way like a child needs to go to school. It's not about fitness or exercise. It needs to take care of my body, and it might.
Mm.
It doesn't have to be just exercise,
Yeah.
right? That is key. Just changing the perception. I am taking care for myself, and I need to get up and brush the teeth. Never never hurt someone. I'm motivated that you just learn that you need to. Why do you brush your teeth? Because you know if you don't, you know the repercussions of it. The same way, if I don't take care of my body, and this is going to happen to me or else.
Yeah. That's
You know,
true.
it's a set.
Yeah, absolutely. I'm listening to you and I wonder, I mean, what your child must be thinking. You're already everything that you're saying is quite motivating in itself. Is that a conversation you have at home? It's like a normal conversation.
I mean, absent like he will never say, you know, I'm not cool, or
Yeah.
I think that who we are. You know, see, like if someone comes and comes dessert that he knows that I'm not going to eat or food, he's just going to be like, my mother, and I'm just like, oh, okay, you don't have. But the thing is that he's learned over time. Like for him, size is normal. So my husband works out, so and it plays this video demonstrating the exercises. But Mama did 10, you did 7 differently. You're doing it differently. Exercising is normal. It's a part of his life, which is why he loves. He's doing like people. This is what we are supposed. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah, absolutely. And then that makes me wonder if this whole idea. Of course, nowadays people are so much into fitness and they understand the importance of good health. But this be a normal part of everybody's life? I mean, and how can they make it a normal part of their lives? What would your advice be in that case?
So the odds, and now it hopefully is changing that. But now my child is being taught about nutrition and fitness,
Yeah,
proteins, and they got me to talk about it. They're learning that. They're learning.
yeah,
In my generation, we weren't taught fitness is normal. Even people wonder why I go and work out, but I like to work out, and especially in like but there's always, because for them also, they've lived abroad. People are playing footy, like they're
yeah,
football, and it starts snowing. They're like, yeah, okay, because they it's just a part that we should, especially as parents, what we do now will children as they grow older.
so true.
Everything we teach them now So if you're looking at your children, not diabetes,
Yeah,
these lifestyle issues. As you see, every day are very cool sounding things,
absolutely.
more to processed food, and that's down to teaching us. Is my voice breaking
Yeah, slightly it's breaking.
now? Everything will go off. So I
Okay.
yeah
Well, actually wanted to get on to a very important topic, which is an area of your expertise, the whole deep health science, right? It's a fairly new concept, I would say, for most Indians, because we've only been used to the jumping jack style of fitness routines. But this is certainly new. This is very, very science backed, science based, and it's a wholesome approach, I would say, 360-degree approach to health, really. And you're one of the pioneers, I would say, in the country to do this, to take this forward. So tell us a
yeah
little bit about deep health, especially so many women joining us, today.
yeah. I think that health is like and some and people think usually eating boring food, and they think the thing is that much beyond that. So, for example, if you have six pack abs, and people think that person is healthy, eating this sort of, or let's say they are IT, right? Or they just do uh, deal with social. If they live in an environment that is toxic, right? They are not. So it's a very simple thing. If someone can run a marathon, but they're healthy,
Yeah.
ask ourselves. And the thing is that it goes is just mental and physical, but deep psychosocial that we call it. So base self, it is your and it is social in terms of event in your social environment. Six sections, but I won't get an example. So I don't mental health training, but in terms of deep health and even mental, having a situation that but the ability to think clearly, make able to control emotions, to not be. These are basic mental functions to be able to have cognitive skills, have social skills.
Yeah.
These are also mental. Today we don't talk about this enough, and you have a toxic environment. Environment is such that is too much under stress only at work. Right? You're not having anxiety of environment. By the time you get cranky, it's coming out on your spouse, relational
Yeah.
life as well, and to the people around us and how we everything is interconnected. You could be working out, but just your could be affecting cognitively. You know how you process. I'm not being productive. It's coming to me. I can't be creative. To
Yeah.
the mental health sense, but it right and we don't give importance to this. We don't give environment. For example, uh, when that how do I do it? I'm linked. That environment to me, right? And it is then telling a person with your spouse and
Yeah.
say, hey, overwhelmed with the amount of work I have to work out, it, or even let's say don't want to work out, right? Or I want to go for coffee. Would you be able to watch my child? So that's environmental. Is it toxic? So the itself to in physical, we talk about can you bend down? It's not about running a marathon. It's about to have a bath and not falling in. You know,
Hmm.
so deep health, being your best self in the sort of social environment.
Yeah.
It's not limiting healthy and working
Yeah.
out.
It's almost like
Makes sense?
your meditative self, your perfect like Shaktiman zone where everything
Yeah.
is in a way enlightened. So but it must be quite difficult to start with being, developing this deep health ideology into your life. How did you start, and what is your
Yeah.
advice to anybody who wants to, perhaps even join your reboot program to do this, to
So
understand
in
this?
all the I mean, it's built in all my nutrition coaches, but it is also built in, it is built into one of the habits on reboot. You would think this, eat like that. One of the habits is self-compassion, and it's about first understanding how self-compassionate you are. It's really ambiguous. What is self-compassion? Habit be your best friend.
Yeah,
We are telling ourselves, so I didn't do this right, and husband, I couldn't finish this, I couldn't clean that, and all today, or I couldn't eat right today. If you were your best, would you say to her right now? What we say then completely longer that negative thing, saying, I feel like I would probably say, hey, it's okay, you can do it. And that completely changes the way you feel.
yeah,
So it's all things. And I would say, if you're like, if there's one thing you do, maybe a habit, which is just every time you hear yourself saying something, just say, if this was my, you will the way you talk to yourself, because most are meanest to ourselves, like,
that's true. It's like be kind to yourself.
yeah, to understand how it's different. Your best friend
uh,
is supportive. They support you. They stand up for you. So being like, hey, I got you. So many things.
yeah,
If you try it, like next, yeah. Even if like, it works and tells you, oh, and this happens to mother so much weight, right? Put on so much weight. The next thing is, I want to work out. Who do you want to impress? And it's
yeah,
a cycle. Right? Your best friend, you are going to be like, okay, what could she say to me to deal with this?
yeah,
It
that's
go
true.
this, that, right? In that situation, because I realize in our own.
That's true. That's true. That's actually
You,
a great
your
way
own,
of looking at it.
your
Your own best
best.
friend. Yeah, yeah, absolutely, absolutely. Just you touched upon the whole motherhood journey as well, and how after giving birth, a lot of ladies go through this whole anxiety, I would say, on almost to lose weight quickly, especially now where every you see so much exposure on the internet, on social media. There's just this whole perverse ideology of how you should look. I mean, what's your advice to the new moms, who are struggling with a baby, and because you've been through this journey, and from a personal experience you have that knowledge and the expertise to go through it. So what's your advice to new
So
moms?
I think there are a couple of things in 0 and 12 weeks post delivery. Say just start with walking. It could be intermingled with in the beginning when you start off. It could be divided as any delivery, burping your baby. It could be
Yeah,
right, or if it gets or in a stroller and can walk around. It's great for them also. All that, and that can be get the body to start preparing and start working on your mobility and exercises till about that too when you've been cleared by a doctor specifically because, for example, right,
yeah,
you're stretching those muscles, and if they haven't so 14 we say 14 because it gives us that 2 minute, gives the person a little bit of time, and right, All start with 30 minutes for your child ages 10 months, because in between post 10 months, weight gain doesn't really come back in your child later on, and of multiplication. 10 month thing. Another, I don't know why, but is the vitamins they give you post,
Yeah.
right? Your iron will drop, your everything might have dropped. So it is a forget to take it, because iron is low, the B12 is low, the vitamin to us, and they're like, I'm tired, and you're tired because your body doesn't have
Good point.
my car is not moving right. So are you changing the oil in the car? Don't know, you can even just don't go into a very big deficit, but you're walking
Yeah.
all fight, and a really good coach who understands requirements are slightly different. If you are just recovering, everything changes, because technically,
Yeah.
right, you're a human being, right, with like heart and like the veins. You don't. To me, this is a miracle. I was like, I made that hair.
Yeah.
I made that. Yes, and, but a lot to do that. To create a human being, and if you had a from that delivery, be it C-section, like or a
Yes.
tiny thing, you have seen you they've cut through multiple. You're up the next day.
True. That's so true.
So those
That's so
are,
true.
yes. So that food changes completely right
Yeah.
after. So that is something to think about. Your protein, make sure you get enough food or water with electrolytes, with both replication and lactation.
Absolutely.
So start
Absolutely.
small. Don't let it overwhelm. It's very easy. It's a side effect. It goes away.
Take baby steps.
Yes, baby steps. Every time someone reminds you, and then I was like, did you make a human being?
Yeah.
Yeah, let's not talk about this. Yeah.
In the time that you were explaining this, we've also gotten a few more questions from our audience. I have three very important ones. I'm going to start with the first one. Um, this person says, how can I use deep health in my life? I have a 4-year-old to care for. So I'm assuming that because there's a child in the house, she doesn't know where to begin.
Think for mothers, it is more than exercise. I think how you react at the end of the day,
Yeah.
how right, and most women will burn out because they feel so much to do, and especially if it automatically you're judging and you're yourself that I'm doing the right thing. It gets worse because there are 50,000 things to do, and you don't
Yeah.
know. So in this case, I would say taking time out for yourself. It kind of subliminally, I care about me as well, self, right? And whenever you feel guilty that the baby is a tree, if we and be loved and we care things with your child, you have to fix it, right? And if the tree is not, so if you want to really look after that patient, loving mother who is beautiful, first look after yourself. For a walk,
Yeah. Yeah.
okay? If without do it. If someone in your house to support you, ask a friend. Come over and watch my child for 30 minutes. Walk. I need that alone time. Do it. And if 30 minutes is sound, it's just for yourself.
Yeah.
Leave your baby and it's just you, and be not kind, but magically when you start, when you're calm and you don't, the thing is easy. That will take you and big. because you're not starting with the superficial. I'm eating healthy, but I need you to feel like I'm doing this to myself and I care, right? And that is the rest is very, very easy.
Yeah,
Getting you to eat better is very do exercise. All this will work if you just figure out to feel overwhelmed and care for myself.
absolutely. That those are great words and very good advice too. I'm gonna move on to the second question. This person says, I have a highly stressful job and my in-laws also stay with me. I do not get any time to work out, but I want to. What can I do?
Sorry that you're going, and I would say the workout. It would probably be to the next week. I would say we do this a lot where we do customize habits. The next week would be asking us to be slightly less stressful, right? If you the next week start with 1 to 10, do a 5 minute walk. If you work environment, if you have like a 1 hour at work, or half an hour walk, put on some music, clear your head as well. That will
Yeah,
work, right? And it doesn't off. It's just about doing getting when your body picks up. You'll be able to do those will probably be the starting point. What we talk about a change, you can't change your in-laws. Yeah, I'm like when coaches tell you, oh, coach, like come on. But the thing is that I only have control of right and the way I cannot control me. So if that means just a little bit, and that answer for each for
yeah,
someone will be like good, be like I need to call up my friend and vent, but it must be unique. Then figure out how to add in that. I think anything it could be your child and put on that's it. Literally
yeah.
put on music and start dancing. That's all you do. It doesn't have to start with this shenanigans. The idea is to get started.
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. I feel like you pretty much answered the last question also, but then I'll just read it out. The last question was, what's the best way to start bringing fitness into your life? I guess she wants to know the wholesome approach to it.
So I think if you want to get some manner, I would say get in at least 30 minutes every single day. Women, we don't recommend exercise with your hormones. Minutes of physical activity. It could even, you know, move to 3 days of let's say cardio because one work needs your health in total. It will point, but again, you can start with just walk. I would really recommend eating a meal. Most Indians don't, but you have vegetables and fruits. So vegetables in your meals too. These are great starting points. Miss out a lot on is sleep, struggling with weight loss, is struggling with movies, things. All the research shows that, and if you get less than 6 hours, you will be crankier, you will have less, right? And you will overeat.
Yeah,
That leads also to overeating. So while with a small child, easy to say, but I had a small child. So sleep training is a really, really big. I was like particular on 3 months. My child was sleeping. That really, really helped me because I was very clear. In-laws, my sleep training. You wake him up. Yeah,
yeah,
and if you're struggling with a child, while all this is great, so what we call block or the hurdle, just could be that I'm really tired itself in you to go work out.
Yeah.
Then we help you to make sure that. So that's the thing with you. Did you work out? Because if you get tired, you're not healthy.
Yeah.
I need to help you fix that environment. A beat health that looks beyond and as a whole person,
Yeah.
not like you did your workout, you did your eat. No, you didn't sleep.
Yeah.
Why not? You're a whole person who needs to be looked in their whole
True.
life, right?
Absolutely.
Buttocks.
Absolutely. That's great advice, Simran. Thank you so much. I'm sure everybody's going to appreciate this conversation just as much as I did, and I aspire to have arms like yours. Honestly, that is my ultimate goal in life now. I'm going to hit the gym today, and this is what I want to do. I want to do arms for the rest of the week. Honestly, if I could look
Right,
half the way
right.
you do, that would be amazing. That's going to be an achievement for me.
Not
But I'm so glad to have this conversation with you, and I really hope that we can get you on board again, once again, to interact with our audience. I'm sure that everybody will benefit so much from your knowledge and your expertise.
thank
And I thank you so much again for taking time out to join us on a Wednesday morning on a very auspicious day to give us such great information. I really, really appreciate it. And for all those who have been joining us on all of our social media platforms, please don't forget to follow Simrun Chopra on Instagram as well. She's a fantastic fitness trainer, one of the pioneers, of deep health coaching in our country. So please do give her a follow, and don't forget to also download the BabyChakra app. And I thank you all for joining us today. Thank you so much, Simran. Have a good day and happy Ganesh Chaturthi to everyone once again.
you too. And to everyone.
Thank you. Thanks
Thank
so
you.
much.
Bye.